So this Ryan Clark situation is actually crazy. But I think the funniest thing about this situation is what Ryan Clark said right before getting fired. This dude was literally talking highly on the Cowboys and basically saying that the Super Bowl dreams are real. Dude immediately gets fired right after that shit.
Are the Super Bowl expectations realistic for the Cowboys this year?
You know what? They are realistic this year. You go get Christian Parker from the Philadelphia Eagles. He understands how to keep the top on the defense, not give up the big play. And you're expecting someone like DeMarvion Overshown to be exactly what we saw him ascending to be before the injury. We watched him play a little bit last year. I expect him to be fully healthy and be an X factor in what they want to do. It's also going to be about how you acclimate Caleb Downs. You pick him in the top 12 of the NFL draft.
Like this dude says up here, Laws Nation, the moment Ryan Clark started saying positive things about the Cowboys, ESPN said that's enough. Now, you know, the memes and jokes are all funny and shit, but this is a guy losing his job. So, I mean, I don't know how he feels. He probably is already paid, but he's yet to make an announcement. I would love to report on that announcement if he would make one, but he has not made one yet. And of course, Ryan Clark isn't well beloved by the entire community. He has his lovers and he has his haters. Why exactly Ryan Clark got fired? Obviously, he did not get fired for talking about the Cowboys. You know, I believe it's a lot deeper than that. Obviously, ESPN is not going to go outright and say he did this, this, and that. They made it seem like he only got fired due to layoffs. But Ryan Clark is a very, I guess, well-renowned reporter, so it wouldn't make sense for him to get laid off like you know, some other people that aren't even on air. This dude in the comments said he started making sense for once and they got him out of there. This other guy said they're laying off everyone to pay Stephen A. Smith's salary, which shit, that might be the case. This dude is getting paid $40 million per year across all his media endeavors. Yet his ESPN contract is worth 5 years, $105 million for a sports analyst. It's just absolutely insane. Obviously, he's opening doors for other sports analysts to make their bag as well. But for a dude like Stephen A. Smith to be the one to land in a $100 million contract with ESPN is crazy. He does bring in the views, but do I think he's a good sports analyst whatsoever? No, but neither am I. So, I mean, I'm really not one to talk. Now, if I were to ask AI, they say that the reason was while the network had wider layoffs planned, executives have reportedly grown dissatisfied with Clark's following behavioral concerns on an ugly on-air spat in 2025 with colleague Peter Schrager, where Clark belittled Schrager's opinions by calling him a non-player. Clark's hefty salary of more than $2 million per year also made him a prime target as the company looked to cut costs. Here we got an article saying regardless, it was a Bush League move to fire Clark on the air, and if they were concerned with the news going to break before they could tell Clark, ESPN has deeper issues when it comes to loose lips. I just think overall, if you're gonna fire somebody, you make it formal. You set up a meeting, tell them beforehand, but to do it on air is just absolutely disrespectful. And this isn't like some regular guy. It's Ryan Clark. People know this guy. He's getting paid $2 million a year to work over at ESPN. Now, finally, we have Stephen A. Smith, who had some things to say about Ryan Clark's firing. So let's see what this guy had to say. Obviously, we're not going to watch the 17 minutes, but we're going to speed this up. This dude talks all slow and shit.
What's up, everybody? It's your man, Stephen A. Smith here. It's a rough day to say the least. Working at ESPN, we all know the news right now. No need to delay the obvious. My man Ryan Clark for ESPN is gone. He was let go by ESPN yesterday. There's a lot of noise circulating throughout social media and beyond about how he found out he was on the air doing NFL Live when he was notified, and various reports out there were saying that ESPN was concerned as a result of knowing that the information had leaked, that he would find out while he was on the air from somebody else, so they wanted to make sure he heard from them or whatever. I don't know all those details. And to be quite honest with you, I don't care. What I care about is that my brother, Ryan Clark, a person that I consider to be arguably the best NFL analyst in America, is no longer a member of ESPN.
Doug, you don't do that.
And I can't even tell y'all how much that hurts. He's a man, and so he's going to handle it the way men do. And we understand that. But I'm going to miss him. I am not happy about this decision one bit. The bosses know I'm not happy about this decision.
So here's something that a lot of people are quoting. He said, my bosses know that he is not happy with this decision. So let's see. I mean, he could just be spewing nonsense, but let's see if Stephen A. Smith actually does something about this. Obviously, this dude's not going to break his $105 million contract, but I mean, if he getting paid $100 million, he must have some say in these conversations. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say that this dude was one of the ones that wanted him gone, you know, because the way that he's talking, it sounds like these guys were close. but I mean, we're gonna have to wait for Ryan Clark's response. He does go into why another network should sign Ryan Clark, which is a nice thing to do, basically giving him a cover letter on his own YouTube channel.
They want to bring up stuff about race baiting and all of this other stuff. He is a proud black man who has tackled one issue after another, sometimes with a level of...
So this guy talks about, you know, his issues, I guess, with race baiting and all that stuff. I think I want to get into that. I think one of the funniest things this dude has done is his beef with RG3. So if you didn't know, RG3 said that Angel Reese hated Caitlin Clark for whatever reason. I mean, I really don't know why he was saying that. I guess you guys remember their beef or whatnot. And if you guys didn't know, RG3 is married to a white woman. So I guess for whatever reason, Ryan Clark thought it would be funny to say that he was not qualified, or RG3 was not qualified to understand what black women deal with because his wife, or because both of his wives are white. What does this say? I guess he was trying to discredit RG3 from being able to talk about black women because the dude is dating a white woman, or he's married to a white woman. Which is an odd thing to say because I think this had nothing to do with race, but it was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. He did later apologize, so you know what I'm saying, it wasn't that bad. He's also faced prior scrutiny over racial narratives due to the fact that the dude just prefers black quarterbacks over white quarterbacks. He's also conversely, he has received praise from supporters for speaking openly about his family history with racism, where he went ahead and talked about how his son was called a racial slur and how that made him feel.
When was the one target?
That's the target,
But
though.
I'm saying,
When was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying A.J. Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb?
But you know what you wake up saying, though? A.J. Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course.
Right, like that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this, though, and we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh, stop. CeeDee Lamb is...
Let me tell you why. I'm not saying...
I'm not looking at fantasy football. Ryan, I'm not... Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3 ex-players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
And obviously they don't let this dude finish his point, but I really don't think this is why dude was fired. I mean, the exchange was nasty, but I've seen worse exchanges between Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, like all these other guys. They're able to basically say what they want, but Ryan Clark can't. And I think that's obviously there are people that don't like Ryan Clark, and I mean, I'm really not one of them. I'm not one of his fans either, but I do think that this was not deserved whatsoever. But let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.